Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to the year 2021. Hopefully it's a darn sight better than that absolute pig of a 2020 was. Right, so this video today, just want to review some of the stuff that happened in 2020, what some of the goals are in 2021, what I liked about 2020, what I didn't like about 2020, and just what we're looking to do on this channel overall in the year ahead. So I've been a YouTube member, so to speak, for quite a fair few years. I think it's about 13 or 14 years now. So I hadn't made content of my own and uploaded it on this actual YouTube channel for many years. So I have some old drag racing videos that look like they were filmed on a potato cam from 13, 14 years ago. However, I hadn't uploaded a video in quite a long time, so I rebooted the channel probably due to COVID and a bit of boredom because I couldn't get to a racetrack in April of 2020. So the channel's been running now for about 9 months. 2021 has come now and I need to really make a decision what I want to do with this channel. So I launched a channel. I had a fair few ideas, but I found I was working on project cars and I just still didn't have the time to invest in this channel, and the content that I wanted to make is also related to racing. And with no racing, I was finding the videos, and you guys viewing out there are probably finding the videos coming out quite sporadically. So they're coming out here and there or whatever, but we reached our original first step goal, which was 1,000 subscribers. So I think now we're up to about 2,100 or just under 2,100, which is great because once you pass the 1,000 mark, subscribers, I mean, they're great, but do they really matter? They don't pay the bills. Views pay the bills. So we had, I think we finished the year, which is only around 9 months of the year in total for us in terms of content, with 75,000 views. So it's not a bad start for a really fresh YouTube channel. With, it's very hard to get reach and get traction on that. I had no idea and no expectation when we started making the videos. So some goals for the channel in 2021. Well, I want to set a goal that by this time next year, I've got about 10,000 subscribers. But like I said, subs don't really matter, views do. And I want to set a really sort of audacious goal of 500,000 views over this next 12-month period. Bruh. So that may sound like a hell of a lot of views, and it is, but when you break it down into sort of the micros of it, you can understand that it's quite achievable. If I can consistently put videos out every fortnight and specifically get the help from, I guess, other YouTubers and the community out there to really help hypergrow the channel by shout outs and sharing the content and stuff like that, I think the goal's really achievable. The biggest things here is engagement from community, and really, those shout outs and collaborations with other YouTubers, and that really help grow channels from an early base. I'd also hope that now in 2021, I can actually travel around Australia, around to these racetracks and meet up with the guys from in racetrack environments, and, see the guys from Benny from Benny's Custom Works and the guys from Nugget Garage up at Willowbank when they're racing too. And that'll actually help, all our channels gather momentum, because maybe someone's not watching Full Boost or my channel or their channel or whatever, and we can all cross over each other and bring, the automotive viewership together and really grow all our channels together. Now, the biggest thing I'm going to ask from you, the viewer out there, is that you actually, when a YouTuber say, hey, like the video and all that kind of stuff, that's really ultra important. It's not just a throwaway line they say. It is so important that, you take 2 seconds out of your day at the end of watching this free content that you're enjoying to click like on the video. But more important than that even is to actually click the share button and share it to your social media, such as Facebook. That actually gets the video out into social reigns, and say, you could click share and just say, hey guys, check out this video, I really like it, have a look at what they're doing. And that means that all of a sudden everyone on your friends list hopefully maybe see it, they might click on it and view on it too, then they might share it as well with their friends, and all of a sudden that 1 to 2 becomes 2 to 5 and 5 to 10, and all of a sudden you're reaching thousands of people, sort of thing. So without that from you, the viewer, it's really hard for YouTube channels to get traction out there. So it's not just me as a small channel, it's even the medium to large channels really require reach from organic sources such as you, the viewer, clicking that share button and sharing these posts to Facebook. YouTube's goal at the end of the day is to put advertising in front of eyeballs. So, you know, when new videos get launched and they have low views, well, YouTube looks at that and says, well, you know, the odds are someone might not watch this, so I'm not going to put that video in front of someone. So it really does rely on you guys as the viewer. And I tell you what, it means the world to content creators when they scroll on Facebook and they see people unprompted sharing their videos on social media. Really means a lot, and I'd really appreciate it. And so would all the other content creators out there, you guys actually clicking the share button and sharing videos throughout 2021. Make it sort of a pact that's what you're going to do. You're going to really help the content creators in 2021, clicking that share button and getting their content out in front of all your mates and all your friends. They'd really appreciate it, and so would I. So another goal of mine in 2021 is to meet other YouTubers. I just touched on before, like Benny's Custom Works and Nugget Garage, when I'm coming over to Sydney and Willowbank or whatever to race at those tracks, to meet up with those guys and just talk about their cars and what they've got on and stuff like that. But specifically, I would like to meet up with Melbourne YouTubers. So I'm talking about private guys doing it for themselves and that, not obviously like the Street Machine sort of thing where they're, you know, big global marketing machine behind them. I'd like to meet the smaller guys that are, you know, doing really well. You know, they might have similar situation to me, like 2,000 subscribers and a couple of 100,000 views or whatever and that. So I don't know anyone else in that situation in Melbourne really. I'm probably living in my little bubble. I'm sure they're out there, so I'm going to rely on you guys out there to tag them below or whoever they are, and probably head over to my Instagram account, look for the thumbnail of this video and maybe tag their Instagram accounts on my post, and yeah, we'll see what we can do, because I'd definitely like to meet up with more of those guys and again build that YouTube community and have a fair few crossover videos. Right, so in terms of content, I've got a plan. I'm pretty comfortable talking in front of the camera. I know what I'm talking about, I guess, is always a benefit in terms of automotive stuff to a degree. I've been working in the industry now for over 20 years. So I feel like I've got the communication part down okay. I can film it good enough. I mean, sometimes the camera goes in and out of focus, but there's not much I can do about it. When I'm one person, I can't really see myself on camera while I'm filming. But the biggest part, I guess, I want to work on in 2021 is sort of the animation and yeah, all those sort of tricky things to really give that extra polish to videos and that. I'd like to look into working at how to do that, so I know how to do it. It's one thing I've always done. It's how I've learned how to do everything on my cars as well as filming this video and that too, is just watching other YouTube videos and learning how to do this stuff myself for myself. You can always farm it out, but you know, when you want to make a quick change or something, you want to change something up, you've got to rely on someone else to do it. If they don't have the time, well, it doesn't get done. But if you teach yourself, you know, you'll always have that skills. All right, so I've got a list here of stuff that I was good and bad in my opinion in 2020. I'm not going to mention the obvious one here. I'll start with the good list. So start a new project. You'll see that in 2021, early 2021 on Full Boost. Second one is worked with many great automotive wholesalers and retailers through Full Boost during 2020. Really appreciate their support. COVID was a really tough time for businesses to get through, but obviously there was, especially in Australia, a huge growth in a lot of retail sectors too. So we saw a big growth in Full Boost in terms of viewership. So obviously great for those businesses to stay on board and other ones to step up to the plate, realizing that it was actually a really good time to strike while the iron is hot and get your brands out in front of the increase in viewers there. So thank you for all those. Working from home, my day job meant I was working from home, which a lot of people don't like, but I love. I love being in my own sort of private space, pretty private person. People probably think, oh, you must have been in the garage all the time. Definitely not true. I'm very busy in the job I have during the day. What it meant, however, was I got an hour and a half extra a day almost into my life, because I chopped an hour and a half travel time out, and also the fatigue of when you would normally get home from spending the whole day at work and then driving home, that was also gone. So it meant I had time to record videos like this and do stuff in the garage, much more so than when I was in the office and having to travel or whatever. So that was great. Really enjoyed that. It was something very different, but yeah, hopefully continue that. Announcement from Lance Warren that he purchased Heathcote Park Raceway. I almost peed my pants when I heard this, got to be honest. It's something that's been a long time coming, and it's been on and off for other previous buys over the years, but yeah, it'll be huge for the state and hopefully huge from the country to see Sport Compact and all kinds of racing back at Heathcote Park Raceway like it was in the glory days when I used to go there in the mid-2000s. A lot of people watching this video right now might be younger and not realise that Heathcote Park was an epicenter for sport compact racing back in that sort of late 90s, early 2000s. There were people coming from all over Australia to specifically race at Heathcote Park. It's strange to hear those words come out of my mouth now, but all the photos and I've got from Revhead Nats and Rotor Revival and 4-6 Rotor Nats and that, all these massive events that used to be at Heathcote Park, and they all just sort of disappeared and the track just went away. But yeah, massive announcement. Really looking forward to seeing what Lance's plans are, and yeah, looking forward to that. All right, and the last one I've got here quickly is that I started my own sort of social media identity, so to speak. All right, so the bad points of 2021, well, I'm not even going to mention the C word, but we know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, not the beast! Not the beast! No racing, no traveling, no drag week. I absolutely love sitting on the couch and watching all the drag week videos from all the content creators and the live stream from Hot Rod and that was devastating not to see that. The no traveling and no holiday part also. I had a holiday booked to the USA for like 3.5 weeks for April, May-ish sort of in 2020, and of course, you know, that got pulled because of COVID. So that was bitterly disappointing because I was looking forward to catching up with going out to some racetracks and catching up with some businesses over in the US, and couldn't do any of that. So the way it's looking now and the way that the sort of the country is going, I don't know when be able to get back to the US, to be honest. So that's really disappointing because I love getting to the United States. I've been there twice and I'd love to get out there again, but it's yeah, it seems like a different country at the moment since the last time I visited. So we'll see how that one pans out. Sold Project Redline before running at 8. You foolish. Was very disappointing. So I was very confident that car would have definitely run an 8. We ran 9.41 at 147 mile an hour on like 27 power and a boost, misfiring its head off still with the old engine and the old setup. So we never raced it with the fuel tech in it, with the semi PP, with more boost, with all this kind of stuff. And yeah, I'm very confident that car would have gone an 8 something at 150 mile an hour plus. But unfortunately, I'll never have a time slip to prove it, so I can never say it's an 8-second car. I can only say it ever ran 940 at 147. That's just them the brakes, and yeah, unfortunately I have to move on to something else, and hopefully that can fly the flag. Early in the year we had Sydney Jamboree was a washout, Queensland Jamboree was cancelled, Calder Park had a big donut, 0 meets all year, which is really disappointing, and the works to resurface and that didn't start till very late, and I don't even know if they're still complete because whoever knows with Calder. And the last one is just the absolute deteriorating state of Heathcote Park Raceway. It is by far and away my favourite track in Australia because it feels like my home sort of track, and it's a track that I've been going to for over 20 years now, and just saw it just fall away over the last couple of years probably, but most definitely this year. It was a true no prep surface. It was dangerous realistically to race there if you had a fast car, and by fast I mean anyone with a 10-second car. Really had massive traction problems getting down there. So obviously Russell has health issues and he's getting much older on that, so he couldn't do what he needed to do for the track. But at the same time, you know, it was almost to the point where maybe it shouldn't have been open. People say, oh, we should be thankful that it was open, but you know, it wasn't safe for racers with cars, you know, running, you know, in potentially the 8-second bracket to race out there anymore. So can't wait to see what Lance does with the place because it really needs it, and Victorian drag racing needs it too. So looking forward to that. All right, so that's it. That's my 2020 year in review, and that's what I'm looking forward in 2021. Hope you'll come along with the journey for me, and yeah, hopefully looking forward to more content in the years ahead. Till then, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you in the next one.